What's good, YouTube? James with a Z here. Today I'm coming at you with another story time. Talking about the worst coworker I've ever had. Bro recently just got fired not too long ago, so we celebrating with this one. So first off, bro, he had a nickname. I don't think that anyone else like said it to his face. It was just a name amongst everyone else that we would call to and refer to him as. It was Sprout. It was so bad because some people actually didn't even know his real name. They just knew him by that nickname. We call him Sprout. Actually, I don't really know what the reference is from, but he was like really short and just really small. Because he's like a little sprout, I guess. I don't know. It was from something. One of the older ladies came up with it, which is hilarious because I just wasn't expecting, like a 60-year-old woman to be calling him out like that and be the one ushering in, the insults and stuff like that and talking shit behind his back. But then again, I heard that she really didn't like him because I'll explain. But so when I saw him interviewing, I thought he was a tranny. I'm not gonna lie, low key, because he like I said, he's really short. He was wearing he loved to wear tank tops. I don't know why. It made me very uncomfortable because he was there's a medical term for it. I don't know what the name of it is, but you can be born, I guess, with both being like a man and a female. So like he had, I guess, like a dick and balls, but he also had like really bad guy. Maybe he just had really bad gyno and he just made up a lie because he legit lied about everything. But from what I was told from one of my other coworkers, that apparently he told because he didn't really tell many people about it, or that's what he said at least. Yeah, he was born, he had some female parts and some male parts. Now looking back on it and thinking about it a little harder and not just taking it face value, I think he just had like really bad gyno cuz he was a redneck, but not one of the cool rednecks, just like one of the lame weird ones. Like he was just super out of shape. He would talk your ear off and he was never anything interesting. He would LARP about anything he could, basically. He lied all the time. And bro was just also not like his voice was annoying as hell, and bro was not the prettiest thing in that to be seen. I mean, I, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I even said that. Bro was just unattractive. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. But so I initially got a really bad first impression on him, and it turns out, since I work in a fucking warehouse, and honestly, they take whoever they can get, they hired him on. And to be fair, I've never really spoke about my job, but my job actually isn't that bad. I don't really do too much. It's pretty chill for the most part. I work with like vinyl and carpet and shit like that. Like it's a flooring warehouse, distributor or whatever. And like I said, I mean, it's not all that hard, other than we know when it gets busy. But other than that, I mean, still, it's really not all that demanding. So I mean, it's pretty chill job. And I know that they have like a high like employee retention rate. Like the turnover rate's like actually really good for the company. So I'm surprised, low key, that they be hiring some of these sketchy people. Yeah, I'd say sketchy because I've seen a couple people that come in that they've interviewed. It's like, could be doing better. But it's neither here nor there. Enough of that tangent. Talking about Sprout. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. So, like I said, anytime he saw anyone else having a conversation, he'd always make it a mission to go out and join that conversation randomly and then try to act like he knows what you're talking about. The amount of times that I've either seen that happen or he tried to do that with me, it was I couldn't count on two hands. I mean, he only worked there for like 6 to 8 months. So, I mean, it's not like it was happening every day, but it was pretty frequent. I do have a time. There's this one time that I do remember. He just pulls up on his lift or whatever, and me and my other friend that I actually like went to high school with, and we ended up working at the same place, which is funny. So like we're actually like cool, and we talk about like personal interests and stuff. Like he's not just a coworker; he's a friend. But yeah, no. Sprout pulls up and he hears us talking about a game, an old game that I just can guarantee he's never even heard of, let alone had the console to play it on. And funny enough, he actually just tries to butt in and talk about how he loves playing that game. And we would started like asking him questions about it, like what's your favorite, because we were talking, I can't remember exactly what we were talking about. No, so we were talking about one of the new Sonic racing game. Well, it's not new anymore, but how we both liked it and shit like that. It was pretty chill. And then he starts talking about like Gran Turismo and like how he's a big gamer, and just starts talking out of his ass, and just like the way he was speaking, he was like, well, yeah, he took him a lot to just think about the lie on the spot, because he wanted to be included. You could tell he was no one really liked him, and no one ever really talked to him in his life, which I feel bad for him about. But he's just an annoying person. But yeah, no, he would just talk anyone's ear off that would acknowledge him in any sort of way. If you look at him, oh my god, that's the worst mistake you ever made. You much rather be crucified and damned to hell for all eternity than have a conversation with Sprout when you actually look at him, because he just does not shut up, and all he wants to do is talk about himself. But no, so when he first started, actually, I'm surprised he didn't get fired right away. Apparently, he was just throwing orders away because he didn't want to do them. So I know that, like, warehouses are kind of desperate, like I was talking about earlier, but that's just crazy that he kept his job for like another 5 6 months before they actually finally let him go, because I guess he was making too many mistakes and being slow and just overall not a good worker. But oh yeah, so that one other old lady coworker that I was mentioning before, I actually don't even know her name. I don't speak to her enough, but so he smoked and he would go outside and God, you would hope that he didn't go outside when you're trying to go outside having a smoke, because he would just talk to everyone out there, whether you're paying attention or not. So the old lady, I guess, got caught out there multiple times by him, and just would talk your ear off and not shut up, and would just annoy the fuck out of her. So she's the one that actually came up with the nickname. Funny enough, she actually did also mention that he's the one and only person that she's ever worked with in her entire life, in her entire career of having multiple different jobs and everything like that, that she would check to see if they were outside. Because if he was, she'd walk back in for another 10, 15 minutes and then go back out. Because she did not want to talk to him. He was that fucking annoying. Like, I'm genuinely not even kidding you. Bro just could not have anything interesting to say whatsoever, even if he was talking about current events. Like, I don't know if it's just because he was very, very odd to look at, or if it just combined with like his voice and his just ego. I really don't know. He had very bad short man syndrome, very, very bad. But yeah, no. So he was just very annoying. I saw him talking to other coworkers when I was on break, and there would be like two women that he'd just be like rambling on and on and on to, and they're just literally staring at their phones, not even giving them a mm-hmm or like nod in their head or anything, like completely ignoring him. And bro was just yapping and yapping and yapping. I genuinely took a video of it and I was laughing my ass off. I wish I could show you, but I don't want to get too personal, air it anyone's business out, especially, somewhere I work. But no, like they ignored him, and I had to show my other coworkers, and they laughed too. And God, it was hilarious, man. It was very sad, but also very funny, because I'm just glad that's not me. But that's neither here nor there. Another fuck up he had that was hilarious to see in real time, not just hearing about it from other coworkers, is he was on a lift and he was taking a turn a little too quickly, and you know where this is going. He had a little bit of product that was kind of heavy, and I mean he took that turn hard as fuck, because that shit went fucking flying. I'm not even kidding you. It must have went like 6 to 10 feet, because he had like multiple boxes on his stuff. So like some of them were landing a little bit shorter, some of them went launching, and it was hilarious because not only did he do that, but one of our bosses Well, actually, I don't even want to say he's a boss because he owns. He doesn't own the company, but he's like second in command to his father. He sees this happen as he's walking by, and he just looks the other way and just like looks down and just looks like a disappointed father, man. Like he wasn't mad. He was just like very, very disappointed and distraught. And I don't know if he like went to him and talked to him about it, but he definitely didn't go over and help him. He didn't like yell at him either, and he didn't get fired after that. But I mean, out of all the times that you're gonna have something mess up like that, of course it would happen when the boss is walking by, and it was just funny because it happened to him. And then let's go over. This will be the last and final thing. When he got fired, um, so it was pretty early in the morning actually, and he was trying to put down these really big pallets of this product that he had. That they were just very tall because he was. I don't remember exactly what he had to like kind of craft and build to be sent out. It had to do like with some sort of or display thing or something. I don't really quite know, but all I know is that he was trying to put one of them down, and he couldn't really gauge how close he was to this other pallet, and he ended up jerking it a little too hard, and it dropped and almost landed on another one of my coworkers that happens to be a midget. And these pallets weighed like a lot, so I don't know how much they weighed, but all in all, if that pallet would have like if it would have came down like 5 to 10 seconds sooner, he could have crushed and like severely, severely hurt my little midget coworker. Dude's a legend. He's pretty funny. Sometimes he gets annoying too, but he's way better than Sprout. But yeah, no. So bro, just destroyed a pallet in front of like a lot of people. Not everyone, but a lot of people, and also like slammed onto another pallet and another little thing. It was this like station for tags and stuff. Completely got annihilated, and he immediately got sent to HR. And within like 30 minutes, they fired him. I am 99% sure they were looking for one last good reason to let him go, and that was it. Because the amount of time between him doing that and the amount of time that he was fired had to have been under an hour. He was he was gone basically as soon as it happened. I mean, at least he didn't. No, he did have to clean some of it up, but not all of it. I was gonna say at least he didn't have to clean any of it up, but he did have to clean some of it up because I mean he did make the mistake. And as far as he was aware, he wasn't gonna get fired for that. I didn't think he was gonna get fired for that either, but he was on one of his last strikes. And they definitely threw a strike, or he definitely threw it. I don't know. I don't know. You get the point. But and also I heard that apparently when he was like leaving, he was trying to put the blame on basically everyone else on how that station shouldn't have been there, and it being there forced one other person to put a pallet in a weird awkward like spot, and that since he did that, it made him drop the pallet and destroy it and break all that stuff and everything like that, which doesn't make any sense because, bro, you are forklift certified, brother. You need to take that responsibility a little bit more seriously and handle your product with a little bit more care because that station had been there for months. He was there before it was there and after, and he never had this issue before. He must have just been either a little high on something. I'm assuming probably marijuana or whatever it is. Or, who fucking knows? Or a little, maybe he was a little drunk or maybe he's a little hungover. Who knows? But he made this mistake this time, and he was just taking no accountability for it. Just trying to push the blame on everyone else, which was absolutely crazy because we all watched him do it and we all knew of that stuff already being there. He did too. He just didn't want to take the blame on his mistake. But yeah, little Sprout was definitely something else. I'm really glad that he's not there anymore. It's just overall way better not having to check your shoulder, make sure Sprout ain't coming. Because if you see him coming down to talk to you, man, you got to figure out something to do. Even if you just start like if you just pick up a broom and start sweeping aggressively, and just like when he tries to talk to you, like, oh, sorry, I'm busy. You had to find something to get out of it. Because if he caught you in a vulnerable position, You would want to blow your shit clean off. I'm not even kidding you. It was yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a video. If you liked it, like it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. You have a chill one.